This is an individual training tape done for Jerry Braun at the 1994 Pierce's Kicking Surfaces Kicking Camp at the University of Wisconsin. Well, Jerry, on your individual tape session, I'm going to walk you through some of the basic techniques and fundamentals that we coach with our soccer-style kickers in our camp program. And then I'll have you hit 3 balls from a side view, and a back view, and a front view, and I'll be putting coaching comments on while you're kicking, so you can go back and use this as a good reference tape and refresh your memory on some of the things that we worked on here at camp. Okay, first thing we want to do is sight our target line. Okay, we're just going to kick straight down the field for the purposes of the film here, and we want to make sure that you got your alignment and your walk back down proper. Okay, now whenever we're kicking a field goal, no matter where we are on the field, left hash, right hash, middle of the field, for a right-footed kicker, we always aim a little bit inside the right post. Okay, 6 to 8 feet inside the right post, and we can adjust if there's any wind factor. And the reason for that is in the event that you do pull the ball or hook the ball a little bit to the left, which a lot of soccer-style kickers do, you still have plenty of room to play with towards that left post. Okay, we never aim straight down the middle except on PATs or very short field goals when it's a non-windy day. The medium range, long range field goals, you know, we're aiming a little towards that right post. So if you do have a draw on the ball, it'll draw right back to the middle, and this attempt will be successful. Okay, so we want to just set our target line straight down the field. Okay, now with your alignment and your walk back, you have to make sure that it's very precise and very disciplined, and make sure you're starting from the same spot every time. So as you take your steps back, you want to sight your target line, okay? And then you want to pause and take your steps over. Okay, your steps over are 90 degrees with your target line that you've pre-established. Okay, as you set your block down where your holder is going to set the ball, you want to set that block in a straight line with your target line. So if it's on a hash mark, left or right hash, you're going to angle it slightly so you got the proper line towards the goalposts. Okay? Okay, go back and take your walk back again just so you got it on film. Now, we're just kicking straight down the field here, so we want to set our target line straight down the field. We take our steps back straight with that line. We pause, make sure we're nice and straight, and then we take our 90-degree steps over. Very important to make sure that those steps over are 90 degrees all the time. Okay? Okay, good alignment there. Very good alignment. You want to make sure that you take the same distance on your steps back and over every time, on every attempt, so you're starting from the same spot every time. Now we get in a good stance. Okay, we use a staggered stance with the kicking foot back. Okay, your front foot, you want to point it towards your plant foot position. Okay, your back foot, you're going to have your back foot pointed towards the football. Okay, so you have a nice angle, you got your hips fairly square, and you got a nice angle coming to the ball. We don't want to be too wide, and we don't want to have our hips turned too far out to the right. Okay, we want a nice line coming to the ball with our body position and our hips. Okay, we bend the knees slightly, and we put a little bit more weight on that front toe. Okay, a little bit more weight on the front foot, on the ball of the foot. Therefore, we don't have to rock back. We don't have our weight back on our heels, and we have our weight forward. So when the snap is started, we can just lean and take our first step. We want to keep our upper body straight, okay, and we want to keep our head and shoulders on a nice level plane throughout the whole kick. We want to avoid dipping our head and shoulders up and down. We want to maintain a good body position as we approach. Our eyes then are focused down on the ball spot area where our foot wants to hit the football. Okay, we look for that sweet spot. As soon as the holder sets the ball on the tee, we look about 4.5 inches up from the bottom tip, and that's where our eyes are focused on the ball. That's where we want to make contact with our foot on the football. Okay. Okay, the first step is a drive step. Okay, so we want to lean, and we want to take that first step, a comfortable step with our weight forward on the ball of the foot, and we want to come straight to the football. Okay, that's a good drive step right there, Jerry. Okay, good drive step. Okay. We want to make sure we don't land on our heel. We want to make sure that weight is forward as we take that first step, okay? And it's up, weight is up on the ball of our foot. That'll keep our body lean going towards the football, okay? Once we've taken that first step, then we want to make a smooth transition to our plant foot position. So we don't want to hop, we don't want to jump off of that first step. We want to bring that second step nice and smooth through, okay? And we want to bring that plant foot up and land nice and flat on the plant foot, okay? So just take your plant foot up to your plant foot position. Okay, once we plant then, okay, once we make that plant, we want the toe pointing down our target line, straight towards our target line, okay? We should be about a foot length wide of the tee, okay? About a foot length wide of the tee. And off the 2-inch block, you want your toe to be even with the end of the block, okay? You got to move your toe up some. That's it. Okay, good plant foot position right there, okay? We want to make sure that that toe and heel of that plant foot are pointed straight down our target line. Okay, that'll keep our hips in good position, so when we come in we have a good square hip position when we make contact. Now, once that plant foot hits, our leg is coming towards the football. Okay, so at the top of our backswing, we want to take our leg back. Okay, take your leg all the way to your top backswing. Okay, okay, we want to be just parallel or slightly above parallel with our leg to the ground. We want to try to avoid getting the leg too high. At the top of the backswing, then we point our toe back. That's it. Point the toe back so we have a good foot position already, and then we swing our leg to the football. We want to stop the knee behind the football, okay? And we want to lock the leg. That's a good lock position right there, Jerry, okay? There's a straight line from your right hip and your knee and the top of your foot. We call that a good leg lock right there, good leg lock line. When your foot contacts the ball, you want your leg to be locked. The knee has to be behind the football in order to get the good height and trajectory that we need up off the tee. Okay, and we lock when we make contact. Now on your foot position, okay, you want the toe pointed down and out. Want the heel up, and we're going to make contact right on that inside part of the laces, okay? Right on the first metatarsal bone or the big toe bone. That's the strongest part of the foot. And that's where we want to make the good contact on the ball, okay? In order to do that, we need to keep our toe outside of the ball and pointed down, okay? We roll the knee just a little bit inside so we make good contact and we get good lock position. That keeps our hips nice and square. That's a good square hip position right there, Jerry, okay? Once we make contact then, we keep our leg locked. We drive our leg straight down the target line on our follow-through action. And we bring our left arm across our body. Okay, left arm comes across, and that keeps our left side nice and straight. And what we want to do is maintain a good square position with our hips and shoulders. Once we make contact then, our leg drives straight down towards the target line, and we skip off the plant foot. We get a little skip action. That's good right there. Okay, what that does is it keeps our body straight and keeps us from turning to the left and using too much hip torque. Okay. You want to keep your head down throughout the whole kick. Once you follow through downfield then and you got your downfield action, then you can look up and check where the ball and the flight of the ball, where it's going. Okay? All right, let's tee one up here and we'll take a side view. Now we're going to get 3 kicks in from the side. I'll be putting comments on while you're kicking, and then we'll get 3 from the rear and 3 from the front. Now we want to take our good walk back as we make these kicks. Okay? We'll take our good walk back. It. Good stance. We want to start from the same spot on every kick. Now let's put all that together. Okay, you just caught that ball a little high with your foot position. So, you know, keep your foot down and don't bring it up too quickly. You want to keep that toe pointed so you make good contact on that sweet spot of the ball. That kick, you just contacted a little bit high, you got more of a line drive effect. Okay. Good walk back, that's it. Take your 90-degree steps over. Okay, good. You want to look down once you get in your stance, check your feet position, make sure they're where you want them to be. Nice smooth rhythm. Okay. Still contacted the ball a little high. I think your plant foot's back a little too far. Okay? Yeah, you got to get it up some, see? If your plant foot is back too far, then you're going to hit the ball up a little higher and line drive it. So you got to move that plant foot up some. Okay. Good walk back again. All right. Now get that plant foot a little more forward. That's better. There you go. There's a nice hit. Nice rotation. Nice, nice straight hit down your target line. You got your plant foot up some. That looked good. Much better contact on the ball. You got the ball up quickly. Had a good rotation on it. All right, Jerry. Now we're going to take a back view on these 3 kicks. Okay, so you can get a view on all 3 directions here on your tape: the side, the back, and the front, and watch your kicking as you go through and review this tape. Make sure you're taking a straight walk back, okay? Nice and straight. Watch so you don't go to the left a little bit on your walk back, okay? From this back view now, we want to watch your steps coming in from behind. We want to watch your body position, okay? And your leg swing action to make sure it stays on the angle that you're approaching the ball with. Good, nice hit. Okay, good skip through, good finish position. You finished out in front, and you were nice and square. That was a good kick. Periodically when you're practicing, check that plant foot position to make sure that you're getting it where you want to. You got to get that toe up near the end of the 2-inch block. Good. Good. Nice straight line. Good rotation. Got the ball up nice off the tee with good height. Moving that plant foot up a little bit so you can make that adjustment to be able to get the ball, make contact on that ball, about 4 inches up. That was good. Good downfield action. Don't forget to bring that left arm across. Okay, good walk back again. Good steps back. Good 90-degree steps over, starting from the same spot on every kick. That's very important. You want to make sure that that walk back stays precise. A lot of field goals are missed because of misalignment. Okay. Yeah, you caught the tee a little bit. You just caught under the ball a little bit. Keep your head and shoulders up on that nice level plane. All right. Okay, push the ball off to the right a little bit because your leg swing came in a little bit right to left that time, and you just cut across it. All right, on this front view now, Jerry, we want to watch your steps coming in from the front. We want to watch your plant foot position, your leg swing, okay? We want to watch your downfield action, especially coming right straight towards the camera, okay? Make sure you keep that good square body position when you make contact and drive it through downfield. Okay? Caught that ball a little bit with your toe, pushed it off to the right. So keep your foot pointed down so you get good contact on top of the foot, okay? Everything else looked pretty good. You had a nice stepping pattern, and you had a nice downfield action coming straight down your target line. Okay, just make sure you get the good foot position on the ball. Good recovery. Okay. Point to toe now, and make sure you don't cut across the ball with your toe. And good foot position. Better. Okay. Caught it a little high, but you had better foot position. Again, your plant foot is back a little too far. Okay, bring that plant foot more forward. Yeah. Okay, on this last kick now, let's concentrate on getting that plant foot up so you get the good plant foot position and you don't contact the ball too high. Your body position looks very good. Okay, bring it straight through now. Get that left arm across. Okay. Huh? Okay, the big thing, you know, hit that ball a little high up on your ankle that time, okay? So, you know, the big thing that you need to concentrate on, Jerry, is your plant foot position, okay? Everything else is looking good. Got a nice smooth motion, okay? Good tempo into the ball, nice rhythm. You just got to concentrate on that plant foot position and make sure you get it up and make sure it's wide enough, okay? A lot of times if you got it too tight, you know, that's when you'll hit up on your ankle like that, okay? So you make sure it's wide enough, about a foot length wide of the tee, and make sure that toe of your shoe is up towards the end of the block on that 2-inch tee, okay? Been a pleasure having you in camp this year, Jerry, and we wish you the best of luck during this football season. If we can help you at any time in your kicking, feel free to contact us.